Hi, Curt Sinclair here with Illinois 4-H. Thank you for welcoming me into the 4 Things You Need to Know video series. I'm going to talk today a little bit about a new bass fishing curriculum that Illinois 4-H is offering. And the 4 things that I want you to have as a takeaway after this quick video is I want you to know why we chose fishing, why bass fishing, what is in this curriculum, and what is our final outcome that we're after. So when we talk about any of these curriculums in 4-H, it's very easy to relate it back to those 4-H's. The head is the knowledge, the education that we are wanting the youth to gain in order to know the intricacies about a subject. The heart is where that initial passion comes from, and that's what we want this curriculum to do, is to fan that spark and make it into a flame. The hands part is the 4-H learn by doing model. Activities, learn a little, fish a little, learn a little, fish a little more. It's got to be fun, or who's going to continue with it? So this is fun stuff. So that's the head, the heart, the hands. The health part, that's the easiest thing to explain when it comes to being outside. The mental health, the physical health, and the activity, beauty of it all, that's pretty easy to explain. So why fishing? Number one, well, fishing is a lifelong sport. I used to play football, believe it or not, in high school, but I'm not playing football any longer, but I fished in high school and I'm still fishing. It's a wonderful lifelong activity. You can never learn enough. You can never have enough fun fishing. The funds are also important when it comes to fishing licenses sold. Illinois right now is not going with a national trend of having fishing license sales increase. Now, during the pandemic, they did bump up, but we're behind. Illinois, we are behind in license sales growth. The rest of the nation, on average, is up 11% in the last 10 years. Illinois has been down nearly 4%. So we want to help reverse that trend. The money coming in from fishing gear, fishing licenses, lots of the related monies have a special tax that goes to fund our conservation management. So the idea in our fisheries folks aren't going to have as much money as they would have unless we keep growing the sport. It's just a healthy thing to be doing anyway. So why bass fishing? Well, bass, we talk about in this curriculum, bass fishing the bass is a top predator in our freshwater ponds, lakes, and rivers in Illinois. One of the top predators. They are a very important part of the food chain and how that ecosystem works. So it's an easy place for youth to relate to because, well, it's a big fish, and who doesn't want to catch a big fish? So it's a very popular fish. It's a very common fish. So this is something that's accessible and doable, but youth need to know what they need to know. And so that's one of the reasons is it's the bass that we've talked about in this curriculum. So what activities do we have? We have a lot of them. A spin club is kind of designed around this idea. A special interest club is a spin club. You could meet a minimum of 6 times and knock out most of the activities in here. Some are even designed to be done inside if you have a rainy day, but you're going to want to be outside most of the time if possible. But there's lure making, there's talk about all the different components, there's knots, there's the rigging of different plastics, and there's lots of STEM activities in there to talk about why we're trying to advance youth past what they may have started with, which is a spin cast push button reel, and wanting to advance them to, ironically, a spinning rod, spin club, spinning rod, and oh, well, here's one of the baits that we're going to build from scratch in this curriculum. We also have funding to give equipment kits to do these club activities to the first 200 people that would request them, and we would like to send these out to 20 10-person clubs. That would be ideal. But we're going to see where this goes, and hopefully we can get some traction with this. But this rod is a much higher tech rod. We're going to talk about different kinds of line. It's windy enough. I about had my camera blow over. And we are just going to talk about fish biology, how the bass's eye works compared to ours, the components of that bass, the lateral line that senses vibrations, how that would relate back to vibrations from a willow leaf shaped blade to a Colorado blade. So this is not beginning fishing. This is written at a junior high level, and it is meant to take the 4-H curriculum that we have, and the IDNR has some awesome curriculum as well, but it tends to be beginning level stuff. This is the next step up from beginning fishing. So we hope that this will take a youth that got introduced to fishing and liked it, and again, fan that spark and ignite that flame that's going to last a lifetime. So really, the final outcome of this whole game is to have youth develop into an adult that cares about Mother Nature, the environment, and our world. That is something that can have an effect on almost all the decisions they make in life, from what to purchase, what to eat, all those different healthy things to do can really start with a love of the outdoors. And so thanks for listening, and I hope you can consider this curriculum. There is another video that goes specifically through the activities, and you could learn more in detail about it if you'd like. My name is Curt Sinclair, Illinois 4-H. Let me know if I can help you. See you outside.